Today we take a look at the Cardano ADA token and how we'll get to $15 and well beyond. Now, full disclaimer, I have recently doubled up on my Cardano holdings to take full advantage of the crypto dip, so I am truly in it for the long run. Because as an engineer, I find Cardano currently one of the most exciting blockchain networks out there, and I must say that I'm really impressed with how the network is designed from the ground up and meticulously is testing and implementing new features to the blockchain. Cardano seems to be this enormous and brilliant puzzle that is slowly coming together, and each new piece introduces very practical and very efficient elements that allow for greater complexity on the network. Now, I can already hear some of you say Polkadot is much better, it has more dApps, is much further along, and yes, all of that is true, but the success of Polkadot does not take away the brilliance of Cardano. There is actually room for multiple third-gen blockchains in the near future. Because if we look at Bitcoin versus Ethereum versus Litecoin, for instance, it's easy to see that Ethereum totally destroyed the gains of both Bitcoin and Litecoin. But would you really be sad if you only made 6,500% gains in just 5 years? Of course not. So there's plenty of room for Polkadot and Cardano to coexist, maybe even a need for both of them too, but more on that in a later video. So let me know what your thoughts on Cardano and ADA are. Now let's dive right in. So how will Cardano get to $15 and beyond? Well, the answer to that is simply solving the chicken and the egg problem that started all the way back in October of 2020 and is now beginning to ramp up quickly. Because currently Cardano suffers from the lack of developers and dApps on the network. However, this is caused by the current limitations of the network. You can't expect a massive amount of developers to start working on the Cardano blockchain if it can't handle all of the exciting new toys that are coming out on other blockchains. The beauty of the Cardano network, however, is that the foundation is already thinking miles ahead and is laying down the technical foundation for Cardano to be the dominant force in the world of smart contracts. So without getting too technical here, this all started with the rollout of Gongguan last year, allowing for metadata to be added, after which we got token locking, which is crucial for smart contracts, and this was then followed up with a multi-asset protocol called Mary, which is somewhat unique to the Cardano blockchain and allows for multiple currencies to be used. This all then brings us to Alonzo, which is a system that utilizes all of the previous protocols and will finally allow for smart contracts to be used. So this in a nutshell is the past and current development on the Cardano blockchain, and this makes the recent dip in the ADA price so sweet because you can pick up a lot of ADA right now for much less than it is worth, all while a whole pipeline of new systems are coming out in the next 6 months to a year. Before we continue, please like and subscribe to the channel for more finance and banking information. When Cardano did the Mary hard fork update on the blockchain network in February, the ADA coin shot up by more than 320%, and even though it was a very important update, it did not change much for the current dApp developers. It just laid the groundwork for the next updates that will boost the network's capabilities even more. So if minor changes to the network already generate well over 300% gains in the ADA price, then imagine the massive gains that will follow when the network gets some real serious upgrades. Add to that the fact that the foundation is not waiting for this to magically happen, but they are actively training over 1,500 developers to use the full functionality of the Cardano blockchain and create some amazing dApps. This is among the larger developer training programs in the altcoin world and will allow for a smooth integration into the current ecosystem. So when you put all of this together, you start to see that yes, Cardano is behind on Polkadot, but it has a clearly defined plan laid out on how to incorporate every single step that is needed to make up for that. Next to this, they are doing it very carefully, making sure that the system stays stable and secure, giving developers and users a lot of confidence. Over the next 6 months to a year, Cardano will roll out several new features on the platform that will not be available on most other blockchains, which will make this a truly third-generation platform ready to handle much more than current proof-of-work systems and even more than most current proof-of-stake systems. If you think that crypto is the future of currencies and the worldwide economy, then Cardano is the future of crypto. So it's almost a no-brainer to invest in such a great technology when it's still being developed. The biggest problems in the crypto universe right now are scalability, interoperability, and sustainability. We saw Elon's tweet about not accepting Bitcoin because of its huge power consumption. This is not a problem for Cardano, since it has been designed from the ground up as a proof-of-stake model. But more important than sustainability is the scalability that is currently crippling both Bitcoin and Ethereum, since the number of transactions are becoming too large and too costly for the network to handle. Now, of course, Ethereum 2.0 should solve some of these problems. However, it's a great benefit to Cardano that it has this level of scalability already built into its core, on which it can later expand even more. Next to this, interoperability is a crucial feature that will set Cardano apart, making it even more appealing to dApp developers and central banks as well. This is especially smart of Cardano, since in the end, crypto will have to play nice with central banks, otherwise governments are simply going to ban everything. This all highlights just how forward-thinking the foundation of Cardano is, which is an excellent attribute in the world of cryptocurrencies and will definitely ensure that Cardano Cardano will greatly increase in value over the next 1 to 2 years. So grab your chance to be an early adopter of the ADA coin and enjoy all the new technology that will be hitting the network in the coming months. This was Cardano ADA to $15. Please like and subscribe to the channel for more finance and banking information.